This setup's so much more than my other setup.
I need to figure out a new setup for myself, but I need to clear out the junk in my hallway to do so. Anyways, hi guys. Welcome back to It's Cool Us Too, the podcast where we talk all about being a woman in your 30s and all the wonderful, weird, and crazy things that happen in this decade? Question mark? I didn't have a stroke this time. So
you did
we'll
it.
chalk that up to a win. I'm on my second cup of coffee, so I think that helps. But
yeah, I've only had
man,
one,
oh man,
and I need to today.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's your good coffee too, with like your little bit of like maple syrup in it.
I've got a mocha where I got it for Christmas for anyone who lives alone. I really like it. My dad thought this was kind of gross. So I don't know. Jury's out. You guys let me know. But I every other day, I use the mocha and I roast I don't know, it's like a decent amount of espresso. And then I just use that over the course of 2 days, which I don't think is that weird. It's just like black espresso. But my dad was like, that's disgusting. You don't make fresh coffee every morning. I was like, I mean, Dad, I live alone. I don't.
In this economy?
Yeah, you should be proud of me. I'm really making my espresso stretch.
Yeah, really, you're pulling that dollar for as long as it can go, which I appreciate.
Yeah, I think I feel good about it.
How are you doing? How are things? How's summer outside? Last single girl summer.
Oh man, I did. I flew a little too close to the sun this weekend, Nicole. I did a lot of summer of outsiding this weekend. I'm proud of myself. I went on 2 dates in one weekend. As it turns out, that's a lot for me. That's not something I think I've ever done.
That's 0 to 60 in a big way.
Yeah. And I was also just really exhausted yesterday.
Yeah.
From the first day, I had a date on Saturday, a date on Sunday. It's a long weekend in Ontario where we are. And it's Monday morning today. And yeah, I basically got home from my second date yesterday at 9 p.m. and crawled into bed. I was so tired. I was like, oh my God. I'd also had a few drinks. I was just
tried calling you.
Did you?
Straight to voicemail. I FaceTimed you. One ring, declined. I'm not going to say I was upset, but
wait, now I have to check. I don't remember
I called you when I got home. I took my makeup off. I got all cozy on my couch and I was like, I am ready for the tea.
What time?
Of what? At 10 something?
Yeah, I was asleep.
Yeah, no. I was like, this bitch has do not disturb on. I was ready to yap.
Oh my God, I'm sad. I needed someone to yap with.
Yeah.
But we chatted about it this morning. Mm-hmm. One of my dates was really good. The other one was not a match.
No bueno.
But you know what? That's the price you pay for putting your dick on the table, proverbially. I did not put a penis on the table at any point. Sorry, Mom.
So here's the challenge. More people I work with have started listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
To the point that I got a really lovely message from one of our partners on Wednesday, I think. She sent me this long message and she was like, I just loved your friends' banter, the two of you together and all this stuff. It was really sweet. But then as I record and listening back, I'm like, oh yeah, no, people I work with listen to this.
Yeah.
I'm like,
how
this
are
is
you
not
dealing...
just in the void.
Because we're both dating right now. We're both going on dates. How are you dealing with I haven't given anyone the name of my podcast.
I have. And then I regretted it. No, I kind of just bring it up. If there's an opening to talk about it, I do. Because I think it's something that someone should know that I have. And totally. It's a huge part of our lives.
I bring it up for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, this is something that anyways, but what I also do, because I've had this happen before, I also tell them that I would prefer they not listen. Or if they're going to listen to an episode. See what it's about. That's it. Remember, you are not the target audience. Because I've had guys before listen and then they say things to me as we're dating that I'm like, I've never told you this.
That's
Like,
so
how do you know this
spooky.
about me? Like, you're getting like advanced knowledge of who I am that I've not given you, but it's a double-edged sword because I've put it out there.
I know it's hard because it's like it's not their fault that like
But this is for
we're
the
putting our
girls.
whole yeah, exactly. This is
Like,
meant to be a safe space.
yeah, anyway, so I recently told a guy about it and he made a comment and I was like, "Oh, are you like looking at my podcast?" And he's like, "Well, no, you haven't told me what it's called." And so I was like, "Okay, well, here it is. Like, this is what it is, so you can see." And I told him, I was like, "Listen, I'm like, you can listen, but I'm like, you got to give me something in return if you're gonna listen because you're gonna get a lot about me in, and like, just don't listen to more than one because it just throws off the whole dynamic, and then they end up making like forming opinions about you, or just like it really screws up the pace of dating someone.
Yeah.
I find
Yeah.
from past historical experience. That's not gone well.
It hasn't exactly gone well. No,
Hmm.
they haven't asked like what the name of it is, and I just haven't offered. Although
Yeah.
one of my dates this weekend, he was asking like, "Oh, what's like the format?" Like, and so I was just describing,
Being on FaceTime with your best friend.
yeah,
Like,
basically that, or we interview people who know more about things than we do. And I was like, one of like my favorite episodes. He's like, "What's your favorite episode?"
I
Also,
get that question a lot too.
props to the gentleman who asked questions. We love to see it. Very
It's a
curious.
rare thing,
It's a
let me tell
rare
you.
thing these days. But yeah, he was very intrigued, and I was telling him about our first dates episode where we went on the date. We got ready together. We went on the date. Did not record that part. And
We
then,
just have like mics on us the entire date.
uh, and then we came back together, and he was like, "That would be such a fun listen." And I was like, "Yeah, maybe at some point
Yeah, we're a little bit tipsy at
I'll
the
let
end.
you, yeah, I'll
I
let you
feel like though if
listen."
we recorded our actual dates, someone might be able to tell me what we're doing wrong.
So
And like
true.
for the record, I went on a first date like 2 weeks ago. I thought I bombed this first date. Like I was like, I've never left first date being like, well, that didn't go well.
Why
I
did
talked
you
about
think you bombed it though?
because I just kept filling the like there was like silences and I kept filling
Right.
it. And then the like little cherry on top was I ended up talking about my love of whales for like 15-20 minutes, like a psychopath.
I
I
don't
was
even
like,
know how you fill 15 minutes of about
oh, I went
whales.
off. I like,
Were you like categorizing the types of whales that you like?
no, I was like, well, this is why I love them, and this is how I came to like love them, and this is what I want, and like, but I'm like, but not orcas because they're little like serial killers of the sea and stuff. And he was like, okay. I asked to see me again. Lord knows why. But I literally, it was my first date in like a few months that I had gone on, and I was like, oh yeah, no, little rusty around the edges
Yeah,
there,
for sure.
Nemeth. Like,
Although
Jesus.
clearly we don't know what's going on because he asked to see you again. I mean, maybe he's really into whales. Maybe he just like saw how pretty your face is, you know?
Yeah. Anyways, but it was just, it's a very interesting story
Yeah.
that, like, not about him, but about me. I was like, oh yeah, no, I just like got nervous and started talking about whales.
Yeah.
Like, Nicole.
I will say, if you're just like going, it's annoying that it's really true what they say about like going on dates makes you less like nervous about going on dates. It's like, like if we go on more dates, ultimately that's a good thing. And I'm like, oh, that's
Yeah.
so annoying because like it's so much work.
Yeah. So that's that. I had a nice summer of outside weekend too.
Good.
I went on like a really cute like little brunch. I went out to dinner last night with one of my girlfriends. Wore like I said to Meg, I'm like, I wore the heels. I also wore the Skims bodysuit. So like do with that information what you will. Um, but I had such a fun dinner. Um, and like she's pregnant, so she couldn't drink. I had 2 glasses of wine.
Love it.
She would like sniff them as they came to the table. um, but yeah, no, it was a good weekend, and now I have a little reset day today. I've got to do laundry, and then I'm packing. I'm going to Calgary for a few days,
Love
which
that.
is very exciting.
Yeah, that is really exciting. I'm
Oh, I also went to Nordique, sorry.
Oh,
Which was
you
like a very
did? Yeah,
I
with
took a day off
Jackie.
and I went to Nordique and it was just delightful. Read a book, laid in the sun. It was supposed to be thunderstorms the entire day. It was perfectly sunny. I got a little burnt,
Oh my
shockingly.
God.
I know. I didn't even bring my sunglasses because I was like, it's going to rain all day. And then it was blinding. Um, did some cold plunges, did all of the bits. I also got a massage that might have been one of the worst massages I've ever received in my
Oh
life.
no, why?
Well, I got like a deep tissue massage, which I've had there before. And um, nothing could have prepared me for this. So he like brings me into the room and it's normally like at the ones like outside in like the little cottages and this one
Yeah.
was like inside. And he's like, okay, here. And I like, you write in the form like what you want to focus on. I'm like, my number one problem I'm having right now is my hips. I'm like, I sit all day. They're really sore. They're really tight. And then secondary would be like my neck and shoulders. And he's like, okay. He's like, so full body. And I was like, yeah, but like my hips and my neck would be great and stuff. And he's like, okay, like that sounds good. And I was like, do you want me to put my hair up? Like, what do you want me to do? He's like, do you like scalp massages? And I was like, don't mind if I do. And he's like, just leave it down then. I was like, okay. So he leaves. I get under the covers. And
I don't know where this is going, and I'm like a little bit alarmed.
No, it's fine. So I get under the covers and he comes back in the room and like opens the blind so like people can like see in basically. But like I'm under the covers, so like you can't, it's just like natural light and stuff.
Okay.
So he then proceeds to run his fingers with oil through my scalp. But my hair, keep in mind, I've done like 3 cold plunges at this point. It's like wet and like tangly. And like the oil is just not like, it's just like kind of pulling my hair out. So I was like, like this, like it wasn't enjoyable.
Yeah.
And then he pulls the sheet up over me, like to my neck, and starts like pushing on like my like back and stuff, and like putting his body like in, like it was just like strange.
It was very aggressive.
Very aggressive. And then he took the sheet off, like to my like lower half, basically, so my back is there. Spent probably 35 minutes just working on my back, not touching my neck, like a little bit my neck, but like not coming anywhere near my hips. And when I say this man, I'm not certain he didn't like get on top of me at one point with like how much pressure was going. Like, I'm still sore to this day. It's Monday. This happened on Friday. This was aggressive, and I've had deep tissue massages before. I like the intensity. This was like not that. This was like some form
Did he
of
ever do your hips?
So anyway, so he does this, and then there's like a little bit of my like calves into my feet. He like massages my feet, which like fucking tickle. And then flips me over. Or sorry, then he like, yeah, he flips me over. Does more of my like things. Massages my knees. Megan, my knees.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And then he like closes
Nicole,
the blind.
Nicole hates when people touch her knees.
Hate it.
Anyone.
Hate it. Want to throw up. I was like, ugh, the entire time. He like then halfway through closes the blinds. And I'm like, why are you closing the blinds? We're not done yet.
Oh,
this is
God.
so weird. Anyways, then he like does my like arms and like stretches them out and like all this stuff. Then he goes, okay, that's it. I'm like, not one. First of all, I just feel like I've been beat up. And not once did you touch the area that I told you I was having the most pain with.
That's weird. Maybe he didn't think it was like
massages.
Appropriate or something to touch your hips.
I've had plenty of massages where they touch my hips.
Yeah, same.
It's plenty appropriate. Like,
that's really odd.
I consented. I was like, touch my hips. Like,
I gave verbal consent.
Yeah. So that was my little Nordique day. That was just a little crazy. Yeah.
Crazy.
How about you? What else is going
on? Not much. I mean, I guess it's been about 15 minutes. We should probably talk about our topic.
Yeah.
I mean, how am I doing? I'm doing good. I think when we were thinking about like what we wanted to talk about today, we were like, we want to check in on how Summer of Outside or Last Single Girl Summer, like how we're feeling about that energy. I'm feeling really good. And I think you are too, Cole.
Oh,
but
yeah.
like, we also were like, I think one thing we haven't really touched on lately is what like
Wellness.
wellness means. Cause like, I mean, wellness can mean so many different things. I think when I was thinking through questions and like, I was thinking more about like health and wellness or like beauty, but obviously wellness can mean a lot of different things. I feel like wellness for me right now is like being out in the world. And part of that is like, I want to look my best and like feel my best. So for me, I was focused a lot on like, how can I feel quote unquote well or like the happiest
Yeah,
version of myself this summer?
because let's be frank, neither of us are well in many ways.
Mentally,
Mentally, emotionally,
emotionally.
kidding. But I think there's like an energy of wait, let's feel our best, let's glow up, let's do all these things as like the weather starts to warm up. So like you switch off your
Mm,
closet and you're like, oh yeah, no, I have to put on a sundress. Mm, do I feel like putting on a sundress?
I know.
Maybe not. Am I? Do I have the energy to fully engage in summer of outside?
Totally.
Am I feeling emotionally stable? Often no. So,
Also,
uh,
we are like very, very easily influenced by
I would
TikTok.
join a cult, honestly.
Okay. What kind of cult would you join?
I don't know. All they would have to do is like lay out Percy pigs for me and like promise me like facials every day and I'd be there.
Okay, so like a wellness cult, but
100%.
but Percy Pigs and wellness.
100%.
So
Anyways.
what's one of the things that you have spent an embarrassing amount of money on wellness wise?
um I didn't buy this, but other people did for me. But I love it. It's my red light mask.
So it was worth it. Well, you didn't spend the
So worth
money.
it.
So of
I didn't
course.
spend the money, but like worth it. Um, Probably laser. Like I spent a lot of money on laser, and like
Are
the
you
thing with
fully like a seal?
no, it looks like. Do I want to say this on here? Um, it's not. First of all, it's not permanent, right? Like it can grow
Yeah.
back. There's been a massive reduction. It looks like a fire's gone through it.
Oh my God. So it's
So
patchy.
it's like twigs. Anyways.
I didn't think that's what you were gonna say.
But like I've done laser and I've done like electrolysis and like I spent a lot of money on those.
Yeah.
Well worth it though. And like the reduction in itself is enough. And I also probably am due for another go. And the place I go to, it's great. It's like you pay up front for like your first 3 sessions, then your next 2 are free, and then everyone after that is like $90. So
I think I want to get laser.
try it 100%. I'm a huge fan of it. We have friends that it didn't work on, right? It depends on like your hair color and the color of your skin.
I think I'm a
Um,
good candidate for it because I'm
I
pretty
was a great candidate
pale
for it.
and I
Yeah,
have like dark hair. So
100%.
yeah.
So laser, and then my other one is probably Botox. Even though I don't get it consistently,
Yeah.
I've spent a good amount of money on Botox over the last like 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, I've had Botox a couple times. I don't think I'm gonna get it again. Right now.
I'm a little bit on the fence too. Like I'm due to like go back and get it
Me
probably next
too.
month, but like I think I'm just gonna
Yeah, I think I'm
let
just
it
gonna let
be.
it mellow for a little bit.
Yeah,
I did feel amazing after the first time. So I've only gotten it twice. I did
yeah,
feel amazing afterwards, and like it's true. Like everyone was like, "You'll just feel so good. Like your
hmm,
skin just feels like younger."
yeah.
And then the second time I got it, I just don't think it was as good. And so it took me longer. Like I felt like it took longer for my face to feel normal. And I didn't
Mm,
like that feeling. So
yeah.
anyways, I, I think I'm going to take a pause. One thing I did spend quite a bit of money on, is microneedling for my face.
Mm,
The OGs will know because I talked about it a lot. I don't think I would get it again
yeah.
because it was great, but it lasts for like 6 months.
Real. I thought it was permanent.
Me too. This is classic Meg.
Ugh.
Did not read the fine print. It just doesn't like it's not like, you know, maybe I'm saying it wrong. Basically, you see the effects for like 12 months, but they say like you should just keep doing it. And I'm like, well, that is an enormous amount of money to just like keep funneling into
Oh my God.
microneedling. I would be open to doing a chemical peel,
Yeah.
but you have to find the right time. Now is not the right
Mm.
time. I'm doing wellness to look hotter. Chemical peel, you're like, you
That's
could
a
be,
fall. That's
that's
a
a
fall
fall.
time activity.
Absolutely. But I would be open to doing that. I think wellness, like wellness adjacent, so not so much beauty treatments. I've spent a lot of money on Othership, which is like a sauna cold plunge. Um, and I think that's worth it for sure. I always feel amazing when I leave, but um, yeah, I think that like if you can find somewhere in your area that offers sauna cold
Yeah.
plunge like as a combo, I would recommend it. And then I know this isn't really wellness, but I spent a lot of money over the years on my nails.
Fair. Same. I was gonna bring that up later, but like I have my nails done all the time.
Yeah,
It's probably one of my
yeah.
things that it makes me feel the most put together when I look like a toad. Um, the other thing I spent a lot of money on, two things. One is therapy, which is
Oh
wellness.
yeah,
So worth it.
so worth it.
Um, oh no, my memory. Oh no.
One of the guys brought up that he goes to therapy like 3 times this weekend, and I was like, okay,
Okay, that
I
might
see
be a
you.
bit of a red flag.
Yeah, that was the date that didn't go that well.
Okay, well, maybe you know why. Okay, I forgot my other one, but physio and massage. I spent a lot of money on physio and
Oh
massage. So
yeah.
worth it. What have you spent money on that you really, really wanted to work and like change your life and like just really let you down?
Oh God. I've spent a lot of money on like not like each thing was really expensive because basically what's happened is uh I think it was like 2 years ago that all of those like smaller devices, like LED devices or red light devices for your
Yeah,
face started coming out, but not like what you have, where it's like the actual
mask.
mask. It's like a device that you use for your face. I've probably got like four that were like each $150 that I don't use because I haven't been able to like create a habit or a ritual around it. So like if I'm having a really lazy Friday night and I'm like doing all the face masks and whatever, maybe I'll pull it out then, but that's not the point of those. Like you're supposed to use them regularly.
Yeah.
So I would say that. I would say not a lot of money, but like one thing I just like don't get is the chin strap thing.
Jay bought me one for Christmas 2 years ago. It was in my stocking, which I'm pretty sure my sister got, but I was just like, well, this is rude, but also I love it.
Do you use it?
No.
Like I don't think it was really expensive. Like I think it was like a
No.
few like it was like 20 or $30, but I'm like this is so uncomfortable. Like I just
Oh,
like
mine's very comfortable.
no, I don't like it. Mine's like sort of like a silicone like
Oh.
I don't like it at
I'll
all.
bring you mine next time I see you and you can try it because it's something.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big fan. What about you? I feel like you're the one who's more invested in more wellness stuff than I have or beauty stuff.
Well, yes. And to be honest, I can usually find a silver lining
Right.
in everything. But the single most disappointing thing that I've ever spent money on is rosemary oil for my hair.
I bought
And
that. I bought that.
the Miele one, I'm sure so many people love it and it's great for them. My hair fell out. Like I was losing so much more hair using it. And like maybe I was just like that was my like peak stress time.
Yeah.
Could be. I'm just blaming this because it for my hair, like I was losing so much. It was crazy.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it does raise the question of like, how much have I spent on really expensive like lotions and potions? Like you've seen
So much money.
when you
Megan,
come,
I hit Sephora VIB status in March every year.
what's that?
You spend $1,000 at Sephora.
Oh wow. Okay, I don't know that.
March.
I mean, I definitely every year spend $1,000 at Sephora, but
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that was a thing, like status wise.
Oh,
I need to
yeah.
I need to get on my Sephora admin, figure out how I collect my points. Um, but yeah, no, I've bought in so many, and I think the real crux of the issue here is not that the products don't work for me, at least. I do not do my research as to the order that you're supposed to put the products on in. Like,
Oh, yes.
like it's the like admin of like, okay, when does the vitamin E serum go on versus the retinol versus the toner versus like all, there's I have a guess for what I think and I just roll with that guess.
You do realize you could look this up, right? A
Yeah.
quick little Google or a TikTok would
Yeah,
probably solve this.
I hear you. I hear you.
Do you know what I wish didn't work but does? And it really pisses me off because it's so expensive. It's the Skin Ceuticals CE ferulic acid. It
What is it?
is, it's a vitamin C and E
Okay.
complex. It smells like hot dog water. Like it smells awful,
Ew.
but it is magic in a bottle. It is
Okay.
crazy. Like brightness, dullness, hydration, plump. Like it's just
If you could, okay, this is actually a really fun question that I've just come up with
okay.
now. If you could only take like one lotion or one face product, not moisturizer, because like everyone needs moisturizer, and not sunscreen, but like a serum of some kind, if you had to take that to a desert island, which one would you take?
Hmm. There's three or four things that are coming to mind right now. Um, Desert Island, like I'm taking off my retinols or my like reversatrols because those don't do well in sun.
Yeah,
So right then there, otherwise they would be my number one,
your retinols.
100%. Um, Probably the Skin Ceuticals CE ferulic acid would be up there. The La Roche Posay Cicaplast Balm 5. This is like miracle in a bottle. Um, it works on anything. And but honestly, the thing that I'd probably bring, because I have it right here, like it's literally almost out. I just went and restocked, is Aquaphor.
What do you use that for?
I use it as a lip balm. I use it um, on like when your skin's cracked, when it's dry. Like
Like as a
I,
moisturizer?
yeah, but like it's more like healing than a moisturizer.
Okay.
So like I just want a massive tub of it because I've really dry heels, and no matter
Mm.
how many pedicures I get, they're always like dry and cracked and all that. And I've tried like talk about a wellness scam that really fucked me. Like I tried to get those like jelly socks off of Amazon, thinking they were like moisturizing. First of all, I just slip in them constantly, and they do nothing, nothing. So what I've started doing is I'll put a shit ton of Aquaphor on my heels, and I'll put like thicker socks on, and I sleep in them, and my heels are coming back looking so much smoother and like it's actually fixing the problem.
Yeah.
So that would probably be like my number one thing. And like you can use it as like a lip balm. You can use it on your cuticles. You can use it kind of anywhere.
Love it.
Yeah. What about you?
I think I'd probably take I have like a vitamin E serum from La Roche
Mm,
Posay that I really like. It almost like it doesn't hurt. That sounds bad. But you can like feel how active it is.
yeah.
And I just notice a big difference. So yeah, I'd probably take that.
What's something that you tried thinking it was going to be bogus, but it's actually like stuck and it's like a real big part of your
Okay,
routine
gua
now?
sha.
100%.
Okay, like I was like, who has the time, frankly? That was how I went into it. I was like, I don't have the time. In my mind, this was going to take like, I don't know, 10 minutes to do. It doesn't. It takes like maybe five
Yeah.
at the most. But also, Nicole gave me a hot tip, do it in the shower. And that
Yep.
has
Well, your
changed my
conditioners.
life. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, for anyone, everyone knows what a gua sha is, I think. But there's like a couple things you have to do to like open up your, is it nodes?
Your lymph nodes.
Lymph nodes. So like a few pressure points. And then it's just like, it's like a really nice, like, combats inflammation. You just feel better.
Yeah.
It's really weird. This is kind of gross, but it's weird when you're like doing it and you can literally feel your sinuses like clearing.
Clearing up.
It's like
crazy.
yeah. So yeah, that definitely has stuck. Like I do that once a day now, which I love. What about you?
Gua sha for me too. Like even my like, so I have been so sick for the last like 2 years. Like, and I have been doing everything I can to figure out what's wrong with me. Like I've been seeing a naturopath and like that's been great. And I went back to my doctor. I had some other issues come up like a month ago. And so I did blood work with her, came back, and she was so sweet to me. Like you often don't feel like you're heard by your healthcare professionals in some ways. She like looked me in the eye, was like, I understand how frustrating this is. She's like, I'm going to take this as far as Western medicine can go, and we're going to figure out what's wrong with you. So she ordered more blood tests. She also was like, listen, like maybe at the same time you try like acupuncture, you try like all these other things to like figure it out. Which I also really appreciated from like a family doctor. Anyways, so did more blood work. I got an email from her saying like everything is fine except for again your ferritin, which is like iron, is still elevated. Like it's still high. Here's one more requisition. We're gonna like check and make sure that it's not like something else. But like this one's checked like every infection you can think of. She's checked my liver, my kidneys, my everything. And I have a point, which we'll come back to the gua sha part in a second. But she's like, this may just ultimately be chronic inflammation that you have, which is super dangerous because that can lead to like cancers, heart disease, all these other things. But like one of the ways that it shows up in my body is like swelling.
Yeah.
Right. And like fluid buildup and like my lymph nodes just not clearing. So gua sha, beyond just like the medical side of it for me, is I've realized over the last like month and a half how important it is to my health and battling this inflammation. Because otherwise like my face just like blows up. And the other thing that I've reintroduced, and I used to be big on this and I stopped, and it's made such a difference already, is dry brushing. So in the same way that you like gua sha and you have to like open your lymph nodes, you have to like open your lymph nodes and then you gua sha right before you get in the shower. And like, first of all, my skin's smoother. And like parts of my body that would normally retain fluid or like swell.
What is it?
Aren't.
What?
It's a brush like this big. Do you want me to grab it?
Yeah.
Hold, please.
Love it. This is education.
In edit, I think I might put in the thing. It's like a few moments later. So this is a dry brush.
Okay.
So mine has like little nods in it too, which is like good for. It's like a little bit firmer. But you
Where
don't
did you
need
get
these.
it?
Like you can get them like the drugstore has them. You can get them on Amazon. Sweet. I think even like Indigo has them. But basically what you do is you open up your lymph nodes again and you start. I always start at my feet and you like basically brush in like long motions upwards until you get to about your groin. And then because you have lymph nodes there, which you'll like massage to open up a little bit, you kind of push them towards there. And then like kind of up to your waist, you'll push that stuff down to your lymph nodes in your groin.
Okay.
Mid waist up, you push towards your heart. And then, yeah, you do like your whole body. And it makes such a difference. And I'm like, I have to now basically, if this is my life and I just have chronic inflammation, this is going to be a huge staple, not just for like aesthetics, but for like my health overall. I'm also going to have to probably look at like an anti-inflammation diet, more regular like lymphatic massages and things like that. And then things like acupuncture or other sort of practices to help me deal with it.
Do they think that the inflammation is connected to the chronic like sickness?
Yes, because it can cause you to be,
Okay.
it like lowers your immune system.
Okay.
Um, and basically, when I asked, I was like, "What's causing this inflammation?" My guess is like stress and like lack of sleep and all of those things. So that's the other piece that I have to get on. But as like something that I thought was kind of like hooey,
Yeah.
I'm such a big fan of gua sha and dry brushing. And I don't know if you're on this side of TikTok. Are you on Black Girl Shower Talk right now?
Oh yeah. I just purchased witch hazel.
I am like have we were we just never taught how to be clean? Like
No, it was like alarming to me. I mean, I thought I was very clean.
same.
It turns out
This is
perhaps
I
not.
no, I'm obsessed with these women. First of all, they're so kind,
Yeah.
they're so knowledgeable, they're so sweet. Like I'm going to be ordering an African net sponge. First of all, Lufa, who is she?
I have a
Um
loofah I need to get rid of.
I know. Um I'll be purchasing witch hazel. Like the powder or something you're supposed to use.
Oh, I haven't seen
Like
that.
oil after like it's just like I
Oh my
like we
God.
said
The
earlier,
unlock. Actually, I don't even know if this was on Black Girl
shower
Shower.
talk.
Shower Talk. But the unlock of like, why are we drying ourselves off and then putting moisturizer on? Have you seen this? I was
Yep.
like, oh my God, yeah, that's so weird. Like, why am I not putting like body oil on right out of the shower instead of drying myself fully and then
Yeah.
putting moisturizer on? I was like, holy shit. Wow.
Yeah.
Also,
I
like,
just
I very rarely moisturized my body. You know this. My elbows are always so dry. But like, I used to just not moisturize. And then I found out that people are moisturizing every day.
do you want to know something bad? I don't always moisturize either.
Like
Like,
Emily and Sam, like our two close friends who I lived with, I was like, oh, I had to moisturize again today, and they were like, we moisturize our body every day. I was like, oh, are people doing that? That
yeah, I
seems
know. That feels
crazy.
like a lot of admin for me.
Your skin is already so soft.
Yeah, but it's aging. That's the problem. Um,
Yeah.
anyways, so that's something that I'm super big on.
Do you find
Um,
that like as you get older, you're thinking more about I mean, it's kind of a leading question because I think we always are because we're aging, but like, how are you feeling about the desire to like look your best or feel your most well um, against the backdrop of getting older? Like, do you find that you put more stock in it these days than you did, say, 5 years ago?
100%. But I think what I'm more focused on now, rather than like 2, 3 years ago, is I'm more concerned with the long term plays than the instant gratification.
Yeah.
Like doing things that are going to like habits that like so dry brushing, you know, retinols, sunscreen. I have been such a big sunscreen freak since my 20s that like that is one of the things that I think has paid dividends for me and I will not stop screaming about it. Um but yeah, it's less about kind of that like instant gratification with um beauty and like skincare stuff
Yeah.
and more of like how is this going to affect me? Like what am I doing today that like future me is going to thank me for?
Yeah. No, I hear you. Yeah, I hear you.
What is like stuff that you just like can't get behind?
Oh.
Like you know that trend on TikTok? It's like propaganda I will not fall for.
Okay, you start because I don't have anything.
Okay, matcha. Don't get it. Like
Oh.
you want me to give up my coffee? Hard no.
Okay,
Like
well,
I
I
know
don't know that they're
caffeine's
saying you
not.
have to give up your coffee.
No, but like I just don't. It's not for me.
Okay, fair,
Shall not be happening.
fair.
The other one is, and there's a nuance here: self tan. I can't get behind a self tan. It never looks good.
I love
Like
it.
on like my no, I but I love a spray
You're
tan.
currently
I
looking at a
love.
self-tanned girly.
Okay. I just find that for me, like it gets between my like hands. You can't get your back.
Oh, the
It's just
back
like
is tough.
and like the tone I find on it is always either just like not enough or like orange. Like in my experience, but I love a spray tan. Like I love when like a stranger gets in there with a gun and I'm naked and like arms up and all I love it. Um, Jelly socks. The other thing I will not get behind is 75 hard. Give me a 75 soft. Give me like something. I'm fine to do like a long-term challenge, but you can't convince me that 75 hard does not do more damage than good.
Oh, say more.
I just think that like putting your body through two 45-minute workouts a day, like
Yeah.
limiting yourself so that you basically have no time beyond work, working out, and reading. You have no social life. I'm sorry, I'm a social creature. Even though I'm an introvert, you can't tell me that that's going to be beneficial for you.
You know someone who's done it. Did they like it?
I think I've known someone who's done like 75 medium or like
Oh,
75
okay.
soft. I don't
Yeah.
think they've done the hard. And I very much get behind trends like that you make your own rules for. Because I
Right.
think that brushing everyone with the same, like, this is what it has to work with.
It has to
And
work
to
for
be
you.
100%, and to be fair, that was designed by a dude. Like, I'm pretty sure that was designed by a dude. Because,
I
like,
think it was.
women don't operate under the same 24-hour cycle that men do.
Yeah.
I operate under like a 28 or like give or take, depending on your cycle, schedule. So, like, how the energy I have to perform this week is going to be super different to next.
Yeah.
Right. And like the things my body's going to need. So, to say that, and again, as someone who's dealing with chronic inflammation and being sick and like high cortisol and all those things, that's not going to do well for me. Like HIIT workouts don't have a good reaction on my body. My like
Yeah.
Pilates, yoga, cycles probably about as intense as I can go, and then walking. Like that's the name of the game for me.
Yeah. I did think
Sorry,
of a couple
I'm
of
done now.
things. No, no. I did think of a couple things. I love the idea of a morning routine. I can't get behind waking up at 5 in the morning.
Yeah, see, I do sometimes to go to the gym for like a 6 a.m. class.
Not for me in this life right now. I
Fair.
love my sleep too much. So yeah, for me, like wellness wise, I draw the line at like I'll get up at 6 to go to a class maybe, but like
Yeah,
there's something about 5 that just feels like ungodly. I'm like, I
fair.
no, I can't. Um and truthfully, I get up at 6 very rarely to go to a class. Usually I'm like an after work girl with exercise. So that I would say I can't really get behind. I not because I don't think it works, but I
Mm.
still can't get behind meditation.
It's so funny because that was going to be on my thing that like works, but only in like specific seasons.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Like the superhuman activations, I love them,
Oh, I like
but not
those.
constantly. They
Yeah.
only work for me in like certain points.
Yeah, I hear that. But no, I'm pretty open-minded, I would say, to like giving things a try. And I
Yeah.
think that that's like a good way to be, I think. Like I think it's good to be like I know everyone's like, "Oh, they're not about us, but just in general, people are like, "Oh, jumping on the bandwagon again." It's like people are doing that because they want to make sure that they're feel as good and are as healthy as they
Yeah.
can be. So there is always like the next thing that's going to save you, which is a dangerous sort of narrative to fall into. But I do think it's good to be like open.
Yeah. I agree. Has there been anything that you've ever done that you've kept secret because it felt a little too off the beaten path or embarrassing or wooey?
Um, I don't really keep secrets.
Okay.
No, I
What an
do.
answer.
I'm not very good at keeping secrets. Like if it was someone else's secret and it was an important secret, I'd keep
Yeah.
it. But like if I'm doing something weird, Lord knows I'm telling everyone about it.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
What about
I feel
you?
like because this podcast we're pretty open books. I think like I talk about my love of ChatGPT all the time. Like I consider that a wellness practice at this point, basically.
Oh my god, yeah,
Um,
you and ChatGPT are in an intimate relationship.
we're in an intimate relationship. Um, the other thing would be like energy work or like any like wooey kind of shit like that.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know? Um, yeah, it's yeah, crazy.
Should we do our faves?
Yeah, end off there. Do you want to go first?
Yeah. Okay, I've got a couple of things which
Okay.
I felt really excited about because normally I'm like, I'm not a beauty influencer by any stretch, but my mom got me this. I've run out, which is, I never run out of things because I often like start doing something and then I'll forget. But she got me this hair strengthening spray. It's like
Mm.
shoe ermine.
Okay.
I'll add it to my newsletter, or our newsletter. But yeah, I loved it, and I noticed
Yeah.
like a real difference like in my hair, and like it was like so much shinier. And I don't know wellness wise if it has wellness properties, but I loved it, so I
Okay.
will be repurchasing. Um, and then okay, face shavers, those like little
Dermaplaners.
dermaplaners. Thank you. I didn't know what they were called. Um, the dermaplaners, I finally like figured out how to use them properly, and I do find that I love them. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, like once a month, I'll do it. And it makes a big difference. If you're not putting your under eye masks in the fridge, you're doing it wrong.
Doing it wrong.
You have to put them in the fridge. I actually did
You
one this
must.
morning.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I have like a favorite. I just buy them on Amazon.
Yeah.
Like the Grace and Stella ones are fine.
Those are my
Um,
favorites.
okay, the Kiehl's UV serum is great. It's like the SPF 50.
Mm-hmm.
And I put it on after my vitamin E serum in the morning
Oh,
before my moisturizer. I don't know if that's the right
oh,
order, but that's the way I do it.
oh.
And I do feel protected. I feel protected. And then my last call out, or two last call outs. One is the Dr. Jart hydrating masks. I finally pulled the trigger on those, and they are worth the money. They're
Yeah.
really good. And then the Salt and Stone body wash.
Okay.
This body wash smells, well, all of them. There's like, I'm sure there's like 5 to 10 different like scents. I have like a black oud and rose scent, and my whole house smells like it when I walk out of the shower.
I love it.
It's so good. I get a lot of compliments on it, so I would highly recommend a Salt and
I love
Stone.
that.
They're like a little pricier, but they last a long time.
Yeah. I slather myself in it when I'm at yours.
Yeah. It's really good. Oh, and there's a really good perfume that's like relatively inexpensive that I bought, and it's like my purse perfume. Called Dead Cool. It's by called Dead Cool, and it's called Milk.
What do you mean purse perfume?
Well, I have a purse perfume.
Doesn't answer my question.
So I have a perfume that like isn't, so I wear Le Labo for anyone, and I probably will always wear this like one scent. I love it.
Yeah.
I try and go in different directions, and then I just come back to it.
I'm not a perfume girly.
But it's so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have a purse perfume that I layer on top that's less expensive that I can just like put more of on when I'm out.
Interesting.
I don't know. I don't know if this is a thing people do. This is just something that I've concocted in my mind.
I would love to be a perfume girl, and I'm just not. Like I've never been.
But you just don't want to wear perfume? Like you don't like it?
I haven't found something that I'm like, oh yeah, this is it. Like this is my scent. I also just like I'm very sensitive to smell. So I always feel like I smell too strong when I have perfume.
Yeah.
So like I get more in my head about it. Okay, my list. My Skinny Confidential Ice Roller.
Yeah, you do
Obsessed
love that.
with. It's so good. Having your morning coffee, ice roll, and then you put a little hair gloss and hair oil. Not the rosemary oil. I use the Gisou honey infused oil on my ends, and it's made such a difference. And then I started using, it's from like L'Oreal. It's like a gloss serum that you put in your hair when it's wet before you dry it. And it's so good. Also, all the Color Wow stuff, like there's a spray from Color Wow that I love. I'll put it in the newsletter. And then from a hair perspective, the other thing I'm obsessed with is my Dyson. Like,
Yeah.
as my hair was falling out, things were going sideways. Also, I didn't pay for it. It was a gift for my birthday. It is my favorite tool. I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with it. And it works so well for my hair. I know it doesn't work for everyone's hair. Um, but for mine, it's really great. And it's helped with like the health of my hair. Um, pumice stones, the Laneige ceramide toner, obsessed with. Hypochlorous acid, my skin was upset. That
Oh
after like
yeah.
sweating and stuff has made such a difference. Or if I feel my skin starting to break out or like getting a little, eh, spray that, game changer. Sunscreen. I've used the Shiseido face sunscreen before. I'm using the, is it La Roche Posay? I think it's La Roche Posay. I could be wrong. Oh God.
Oh
And then
God.
the other, so my red light mask, obsessed with. Lymphatic massages, obsessed with. They're not hooey. They do, like, I had a Brazilian lymphatic massage, and like the difference in my stomach immediately beginning to end of session was mind blowing.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that I think is so worth it that I get behind is like, go get your blood work done, see your doctor or see your naturopath or something, and then figure out kind of where everything's at and then get supplements that are for you. Don't just take what TikTok's telling you
I
need to
really need
take.
to do that.
It's huge. And then when you have your supplements, be like me and get a cute little case from Amazon. Not my pill, my pocket pharmacy, which I know you hate, but I love it. I bring it everywhere with me.
I
Everyone's
love
like,
that
"Do you
you
have
love
Tylenol?" I'm
it.
like, "I do actually. Let me get my pocket pharmacy out for you. Would you also like a Gaviscon, a Halls? May I interest you in a B12?" No? Okay. But I got for Christmas this year, it's like a pill organizer, but it has like, it's a case that holds all of them, but there's like mini cases for each day. And each little case you can like take out. So if I'm traveling this week, I don't have to bring the full thing. I can just bring my like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And it's separated by day and night. And it's just like little tiny little like, it's perfect.
That's cute. I like that it's separate. You can separate it.
Yeah. And I just saw one on TikTok. This girl's making like a marble pill organizer, and to talk about being influenced and must have it, like having to buy everything you see online. Will I be on the wait list? Absolutely. It looks so cool. I also haven't eaten yet, and I've had 2 cups of coffee. So like,
Woo!
also we're feeling something.
This was a different type of episode for us. It was very influencery, but hopefully you guys liked it. This is very classic me and Nicole on a FaceTime call. So you
All over the place.
we're all over the place, but
You're getting the real experience today.
we love you guys and we will talk to you soon.
Mwah!
Mwah!